Lastly, we have Lynese Rawlins, who is a GG alumni who oversees the Internal Human Resources Department at Simon Quick. Her primary responsibilities include general HR administration, hiring, recruiting, employee relations, and experience benefits and payroll. Lynese advises management on HR issues, oversees 401k elections, and acts as a confidential point person for all employees. She also plays a key role in managing Simon Quick's internship and analyst training programs.
So now, Lynese, you were a Glamour Gals volunteer, so I'm sure that you've directly witnessed how our programming helps the seniors in their mental health. But is it also important that we take care of our own mental health as volunteers? What are a few tips to help understand yourself and how to recognize your own needs?
Of course. Thank you, Heather, and thank you for allowing me to be here today to connect with you all. Some most important things for me, it comes with owning yourself, knowing who you are and being able to stand very tall in your confidence. When you're able to wear and identify who you are as a person, you're allowing yourself to really speak forward, and the way that you carry things, the way that you talk about things, the way that you show up for people, as well as different events and tasks that you're involved in, it allows you to really put yourself forward. Of course, know when your body is telling you to slow down, know when your body is telling you that, hey, I need a break, I need a rest, I need a dance break, whatever it can be, to just take a moment. Believe in yourself and understand what your body is trying to tell you. Don't ignore it, because our bodies will shut down and let us know that, hey, it is time for us to take a break. So when you feel it, be sure to just take a beat and try to relax. Something else I've personally implemented was turn up hours. So now that we're all working from home, post and pre-pandemic, a lot of us are going to school from home as well. We try to shut things down. So it's so easy to continue to keep your laptop open, to keep something going, to keep working on projects. But most importantly for me, from certain hours after 6 p.m., I have to shut down. I'll make a list, pick it up the next day. And that's just a mental health break for myself, to know that there is a professional life and there is a personal life. And of course, I have to be present for both. And lastly, of course, setting boundaries. Yes, Kathy just said boundaries. Boundaries are so important. It's something that I have implemented at every point in my life. For me, it's personal relationships. So I don't answer any phone calls before 10 a.m. I don't answer any phone calls after 10 p.m. That's a personal boundary. So that way I'm able to check out and check in with myself. I think something else that's important with boundaries is being able to just be in tune with you, right? You know, you have to be able to let people know, I love you, I honor you, I'm going to show up for you whichever way that I can, that my body or my life is allowing me to do so at this time. But when I need a beat, I'm going to take a beat. And I promise you, the moment that I get a chance, I'm going to come right back to you and sign up to be there with you. So those are a couple of tips and tricks that I want to share with you all.
Something else that people may have struggled with during the pandemic and having to work from home is imposter syndrome. Lynese, would you be able to share a few ways to deal with imposter syndrome?
Absolutely. I actually just had a great presentation with my interns on imposter syndrome and networking 101. So this is very fresh for me. Imposter syndrome is one of those very scary things that we all think we're doing great. And the next thing we know, we're downplaying ourselves and putting ourselves in positions where we're not pushing ourselves to our fullest potential. We get in a room around different people and we're second guessing. Am I worthy? Am I as good as them? Maybe I'm not doing this. Maybe I'm not doing that. When in reality, you probably are doing way more than an average person, and you're awesome. So always positive talk. Let's start with separate things from fact. Okay, so sometimes our thoughts and our emotions take over us, and we get in these moments where those start to become our reality. When reality, the facts are very plain as day, and that's what's happening versus what our thoughts are saying. So always remember to separate things from fact. Let go of perfectionism. If you know me personally, I am a perfectionist. Everything has to be cut a certain way, put a certain way, a certain color, organize a certain direction. So let go of perfectionism. An example of this is I was always a straight A student. And when I went into my master's program, I told myself, Lynese, if you get a B or a B plus, you're still great. You're still going to graduate. You're still going to get a master's. So you still can get a job. At the end of the day, you can't always get everything you want, but if you can get most of it, that's more than okay. Be sure to track your success. Something that I've worked on personally was was being able to just make notes in my phone. I have an iPhone. So in my notes section, every time I accomplish a great accolade for myself, I just mark it down, remind myself of when I accomplished it, how old I was. And when I'm feeling a little down, if I feel like I'm not good enough or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I take a look at those notes as a friendly reminder. Hey, you've accomplished X, Y, and Z. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing great. That rolls right into the next thing. Be kind to yourself. Positive talk is so important. Some days we wake up and we are just not in the mood. We don't want to be bothered. This is not the day. I've been doing this positive reinforcement where I have sticky notes across my mirrors, just positive thoughts. You are awesome. You're doing great. You're worthy. You're loved. These kind of thoughts. And even when I'm starting to think negatively, the other day, I'm going to be very blunt. I did not want to go to work. I didn't have the motivation. I started thinking like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. And I quickly stopped and said, Lynese, you are blessed. You get to go to work today, right? Try to change the way that you're thinking and the way that you're saying things, that it's more positive and less negative. And lastly, know that you're not alone. There's mentors, there's family, there's friends, there's therapists. There's so many people out there that are willing to support you and show up for you. So when you need to lean on people, don't be afraid to ask for help. Be sure to just take that step and say, hey, I'm having a day. If you have capacity, can I just vent? Can I talk to you? Can you listen to me for a moment? And you'll be very shocked how literally life-changing that can be, not only for you, but you could be helping someone else. So those are a couple of gems to help with imposter syndrome.
And our last question of the day for anyone who would like to answer, how do you help yourself relax or maintain your own mental health?
I can jump back in. I'm a big dancer. When I'm home, I have music playing throughout my entire apartment. If I'm having a moment where I'm stressed, I get up from my desk, I take a beat and I go dance. I don't care what it is on your iPhone, on your iPhones and Apple Watches, you can actually record like a dance move. It tells you when to stand up. It tells you when to breathe. So I'm very big on blasting music and just having a dance party when I'm having a tough moment. And I take a breather, drink a glass of water, and I come back and continue to do what I'm doing. And that's always been something that's been helpful for me.